Winston "The Punisher" Matthews is taking the boxing world by storm. Having only had 2 pro fights, the first ending in a knockout, the second a draw, Matthews plans to keep training and building his pro career.
I think my first question for you is, if we're talking about doing this series about the club and sort of what it is and what it does, is what does this mean to you after just the last year and a bit of your life?
So it's become like one of the main parts of my life now. It's like an everyday part of my life. I just live boxing now pretty much.
If I recall, you got started, it was just a casual run-in and showing up just one time?
Yeah, I was doing, at the time I was doing some training videos online, like I was doing like some extreme calisthenics and stuff like that. And Jordan had linked me, Jordan Crawford is one of my training partners, got a hold of me to help him get his strength and conditioning up for his upcoming fight. So I came and did some sparring with him and stuff. Started from there.
And it just clicked with you?
Yeah, just right away I just fell in love with it. Like, these guys used to beat the crap out of me. I'd leave with black eyes, bloody noses, fat lips, but I just kept coming back and I just wanted to learn so bad that, I don't know, I just fell in love with it right away.
What is it, do you think, about the sport that did that to you, that just hooked you and made you want to learn more and get better?
Well, I've always had that competitiveness in my blood. Like, I've been an athlete all my life. I've been into sports, played basketball, soccer. So I don't know, just like the whole competitiveness of it has got to me, you know, and it's all on me, you know. Like, there's coaches and we got teammates and everything that we work with, but when it's in the ring, it's all up to me, you know. So.
And sort of, I left out on purpose here. Just the reveal here is that it was a year and a bit ago now. So 1 year and 2-3 months, I think, total you've been here.
Yeah.
You had 11 amateur fights. And you've already won your first pro fight.
Yeah.
That is, talk about going from 0 to 100.
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, real quick. But yeah, it feels good. I don't know. Sometimes when I look back, and it just amazes myself. But I'm just so caught up in it that sometimes I don't really take the time to think about it. When I do, I appreciate it for sure, though.
And I mean, I'm sure I'll let you give the credit where the credit's due. I mean, the club it's the way they take you in and sort of just push you along.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I've been in a lot of like trouble in my life, you know, making a lot of bad decisions. So like, I don't know, I just kind of got lost in it. And these guys have never steered me wrong. They're always there for me. Like, everything I've needed, they've been there. Like, you know, all of them, every coach, I've been able to call them. Jackie, my main man, like, I can call them for anything. They're like that for everybody, you know. So, but you put in the work, and it's been paying off for us.
So take me back to the early days. You came in, it was literally just a couple of sessions to spar with Jordan to help him get in shape for a fight.
Yeah.
He had his fight, but what was it? You just kept coming back for classes?
Yeah, I wanted to get better. Like when I came, I thought that I was in good shape already, okay. Right? And I thought I was a tough guy. I'd been in a bunch of street fights, whatever, right? So I was pretty confident going into my first sparring session, thinking it wasn't going to be much, right? But I got humbled really quick. Like I was even swimming and running at the time, right? Maybe I was running about 5K at the time, but like a 2-minute round, I could not even last one round barely.
Wow.
You know, I couldn't even throw a punch at the end of the round. That's how tired I was.
And that's what we've been talking about with some of the other folks, about how there's the fitness side to boxing, but then there's the technical side.
Yeah, most definitely.
When did you start learning that stuff here?
I would say after my first loss, I started paying more attention to it.
Okay.
Because that was probably like my third fight in. I fought my first 2 fights, I fought the same guy, but then my third fight, I went in and I was going through some stuff the night before, and I went in there just wanting to hurt somebody. Like, I just had that where I wasn't even thinking boxing. I was just going in there, trying to take this guy's head off, and I learned my lesson. This guy outboxed me, and that was probably my biggest lesson. So like, looking back, that's where I probably learned that, okay, I have to study this. This is a sport. This is an art form, you know. Like, I have to look at it like that. I can't just go in there and think, okay, this is a scrap. Let's get it on, kind of thing. Yeah, it's like a game of chess. You have to think. You have to be prepared properly, right?
Plan ahead against your opponent's moves, figure them out.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you've done that clearly since then, because it was, what was the amateur record before you decided to take
I
things pro?
was 11-1.
11-1 in amateur in less than
Or sorry, 10-1. I was
10-1, and it was that was less than a year, just about a year.
Yeah, I took my first fight actually July of
In
last
July
year.
of
Yeah.
last year. So we're not even a year out from that right now, and
Yeah.
that's sort of a whirlwind, you would say the least. Going to the pro level now and doing so many fights so quickly, maybe give me that side of stuff, because I haven't been able to ask anybody about that yet. What's like the turnaround like? Are you ready to go like the next day?
Oh, like right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I haven't stopped training. Like since I started, I haven't stopped training. Like there's times where after fights, I know I'm not going to fight for a month or a couple weeks or whatever. Like I'll just go in on some junk food or whatever. But like as far as the training goes, I don't think I've never taken more than a day or two off, like the whole time since I started. So,
And at what point, when obviously something
like in between days, I mean, like I go like 4 or 5 days straight, then I'll take a day off and then come back, you know.
day off, and through this whole journey, at what point, because there was a point clearly where it was like, okay, I like the sport, and then we've talked about I need to learn the technical, mental side of the sport as well as the physical side. When was it when you were like, okay, you know what, I actually want to do this with my life?
Well, I think it was the performer in me actually, because I used to be into music and stuff, and I'd done like a bunch of shows around Ontario and whatnot. But anyways, long story short, me and Jackie had went to a Hershey Center show, probably like 4 fights in I was at the time, and I just looked at the ring and the whole setup, and I thought, this is my stage right here. Like this is I was meant for this, you know. And ever since then, we were talking about, like, just joking around about the idea of going pro early too, right? And I just kept working, getting better and better. Like even now, I'm still learning and feel like I'm getting better as the day goes, right? But yeah, like we started talking about it early, and it just paid off. We just kept working and took the right opportunities, and here we are now.
Yeah, and I mean, you managed to build up that amateur record, get that invite, and it was, where was that first pro fight?
In Nanaimo, BC. Thanks to Gloved Up Promotions for that one.
What was that experience like?
It was an experience of a lifetime, like vacation of a lifetime, experience of a lifetime. Like man, I just had the time of my life.
Yeah, you guys
great.
flew out there. You had the support of the coaches, right?
Yeah, everybody in Nanaimo was like real good to us. Got a pretty good feedback, especially after the fight. Like I got treated like a celebrity out there. Like the whole Gloved Up Promotions team, they treated us like royalty. Like it was a good time out there for sure.
And I mean, washed out any questions you might have had to yourself about whether this is what to do, right?
Yeah, no, I knew already. I think I had to prove to some people. I still got a lot of proving to do probably, but I'm ready. I feel I'm ready. I envision myself doing good things, so I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what a lot of people don't know too is like when I made that transition from amateur, I was still novice, right? So there's the novice and there's open class. So when you have 11 fights, you turn open class and remove headgear, right? So I never fought that class. I just went straight from headgear to the pros. You know, so I went novice to the pros and skipped open class. So.
Well, I mean,
That's why a lot of people, like, they were doubting me, right? Because I never had much experience amateur, right? I had lots outside the ring that had me prepared. So.
From Brantford, Ontario, weighing in at 165.1 pounds, Winston, the Punisher, Matthews.
Once again, Matthews in full attack mode right now. Maybe realizing that he's playing from behind at this point, losing the fight.
Definitely. Rainford's just got to basically push the pace for the next minute, and I would say this would be a UD win for him.
Big left. Matthews going to set that left up once again. Going to read that a mile away. See the sweat, the perspiration coordination just falling off of both these fighters. A big left there from Matthews. Final seconds of the fight. We're going to make a lasting impression with the judges. Big shot to the face of Rainford. Wow. What an opening bout here on Channel 10. I don't know which way to lean.
Daryl Paquette is a coach for the youth classes at Brantford Black Eye Boxing. His sons, Lyndon and Owen, joined the club a few years ago and have fought amateur bouts in Ontario. Paquette's a former professional hockey player that came to Brantford to goaltend for the Blast. Since then, he's made Brantford his home with his wife and children.
So, I mean, I guess the best place to start is telling a little bit about your sports background, Daryl, and then how you ended up where you are now, working so intimately with the boxing club.
Okay, I'm originally from Sudbury, Ontario. My background with my brothers, we've been hockey players. We grew up playing hockey. Myself and my older brother both played in the Ontario Hockey League. I was fortunate enough, after the OHL, I went on to play university hockey and then subsequently signed a contract with the Washington Capitals. And I played 3 years in minor pro. I never got a chance to make the NHL. I played some exhibition games, but that was pretty much the extent of my career. Played in the American Hockey League, East Coast Hockey League, and ended up in Brantford with the Brantford Smoke.
And yeah, and somebody who makes it so far with a sport like that, you're now here in Brantford, settled in Brantford, got a couple of kids. It seems counterintuitive that hockey's not exactly their #1 sport here.
Well, they both were in hockey. It was something. My younger brother was a boxer, and he was a pretty accomplished boxer himself. And it was something that I always wanted to do for myself, but never really had the time. When I was playing hockey, I was able to dabble a little bit in different martial arts and that, but never been able to take anything seriously. And it was something I always wanted to give to my kids, something to do and try. And I brought them to the club one day, and it was kind of a different kind of training for them and something to do, and they both just fell in love with it. I mean, it was easy. I mean, they started off, they had a lot of time, one-on-one time with Jackie, and if you get to know Jackie's amazing, and the kids fell in love with them, and here we are. We're here every day. I can't say enough about the coaches here. I mean, I've experienced some really good coaches in my lifetime, and Rob, Andrew, Jackie here are phenomenal. And like I said, my kids just fell in love with this place. And you know, hockey's just kind of been in the back burner. They don't even care about it anymore, and I'm kind of good with that. I mean, we get to do this ourselves. It's a sport where it's them and an opponent. So all that outside influences and all the other things that go on in other sports, it's not here. They go in the ring, and either they perform and they perform well, or if they don't perform well, they know the result very quickly. So it's a very interesting sport. But it's humbling, but it's a lot of fun.
And coaching, you mentioned it there. Coaching's not just about teaching a sport. That's why these guys are so good, right?
Coaching. It's life. I mean, there's life lessons, and it's funny. You know, this sport, it's about life lessons. I mean, they take what you learn here in the gym. You could easily go out and apply it on the street, and you could do it either the right way or the wrong way. But the message here is, what you learn here is, it's for the sport. It's not to go out there and to be a bully or to be a goon. It's to give you that confidence, you know, to know that you have a skill, and if you had to defend yourself, you could, but the message is, we don't want you to do that. We want you to be able to talk your way out of things, and I think for the most part, when you see the kids in here and the adults that are here, they have a confidence where I think when they are approached with those type of situations, they know what their abilities are, and they're able to just walk away from things and deal with things in a way I think we'd like to see most of our society do it. So yeah, the learning and the responsibility that is taught by the coaches here, it's second to none. And I mean, I think that's something that I take away with every day, that it's more than just showing them a skill. It's the life skills that go along with it.
And that confidence that they get can extend, again, well beyond just a bullying situation.
Well, it's everything. I mean, the confidence. You know, I look at my oldest boy and where he's been. I mean, he was always a confident person, but he was always kind of a quiet, shy person. Still is, but you can see there's a confidence with him now. You can see there's a little bit more. He knows that he can handle himself, but he also, it's translated into his school. There's a dedication. I mean, when you come here every day, whether you want to work out or not, it's a hard workout, and they put the effort into it, but you can really see it, you know, flipping over into other things that he does in his life. And you know, high school has been a perfect example. He's very dedicated to his job. He's working. He comes home, he's doing his homework, he comes to the gym, he does his workouts, and then again he's back to the schoolwork. So there's more to it than just coming in and learning the sport. There's a confidence, there's a skill, and there's just that dedication to other aspects in his life. So it's been great.
And your involvement went pretty quickly beyond just dropping your kids off at the club, right?
Yeah, you know, from playing hockey, I've been teaching hockey school since I was 15 years old with my older brother, and coaching's kind of always been something that's been part of my life. And being a goalie, and my kids being a goalie, and having my own goalie clinics, you know, it's a very technical sport, and when you come into boxing, it's very technical. So there's things that I picked up very quickly, and I think, again, it just comes from playing a technical position at one point, watching how punches are being thrown, and you know, if it's being, you know, thrown in incorrectly. It's very similar to watching how a goaltender would catch a puck or deflect a puck with his blocker. If they're doing it wrong, the pucks go in certain areas, and it was something that I was able to pick up very quickly watching this sport. And again, I was here. I love being active, and it gives me an opportunity to work with kids, and you know, and you know, teach or give them some of the messages, you know, that I'd like to give. I'm a police officer, and again, it's a nice way of explaining things to them, again, about if they're having problems at school, to be able to talk about those things and giving them those other ways and avenues to get out of trouble. And it's just been a perfect fit for me.
And so what is it? It's 2 days a week, the kids' classes, 3 on a Saturday?
Yeah, they go 2 days a week, so it's Monday, Wednesday, and then Saturday is a mix between an adult and a kid's class. But then they also have the open nights where it's more of the competitive kids that come up, and they're kind of on their own. They got to do their own workouts, and that's really interesting to watch the young kids come in and how they can just plan out their workout. They learn things and they do it. And you know, I think sometimes we always forget, or we don't give kids credit as much, and we always think that we have to plan things out for them, but they come in here and they're phenomenal. I mean, I watch my youngest boy come in here, and I'm amazed every time that, you know, an hour and a half, he's probably has the best workout I've ever seen.
He's the coach that boxers from the club credit their success to. Jackie Armour has worked tirelessly, volunteering his time with Brantford Black Eye Boxing. He's trained boxers, promoted them, and arranged numerous bouts and live shows. In addition to that, he's fundraised, secured donations, and has grown the club. His heart of Brantford Black Eye Boxing and has the respect and admiration of the members, their families, and the community. I had a chance to get into the ring with Jackie to get a few pointers.
So as you can see, we've got sneakers, boxing gloves, blue jeans, and a golf shirt.
Nice.
So that is to indicate that I'm willing to learn, yet I'm very green.
Yes.
So how are you supposed to, if I'm somebody in for my first time, what's like the very first thing you talk about when they're trying boxing?
First thing that I go over is your stance.
Okay.
So you find a line, you can put tape on the floor, but in the ring here we have these nice lines.
Right.
So you are right-handed?
Yes.
So, perfect. So your left toe would be on the line, right?
Okay.
And your back heel goes on the other side of the line. Perfect. So just this foot's good. Bring that over just more to the line. That's good. So what I find in this generation, a lot of kids, they've been on skateboards a lot, so they get one foot in behind the other. So
Okay.
if you leave this one and put that one in behind the other, right, and then hands are up, right, and if I give you a little shove, you're very off balance, correct?
Right. Okay.
Now get in that position that I showed you, hands are up, and I can even give you a better shove, and you've got it stationary. So,
Stability.
yeah, so it's really getting them to work with toe and heel on the line, you know, check and make sure they're there. And then we go to punching. So it's hand positioning. You want the right hand just about nose height, elbows in.
Elbows in.
Left hand is up. Yep, that's perfect. Chin is tucked. Now when the hand comes out on the jab on the left hand, you're going to turn it so the palm comes down the last 4 to 6 inches. Nice. Just straight out. Nice again. Nice again. Perfect. So now feet again to throw the right hand.
Okay.
We can go right to the right hand. The feet again, you want that back heel off the ground just a little bit, just about ½ an inch. So now when you throw the right hand, you're going to really concentrate on turning the foot. So when you turn the foot on the back hand, on the back foot, the right hand's turning.
Okay.
Right? So you can throw the right hand.
And what's that do? Is that like getting power?
That's so. You're where you are, and here's my jab. It lands.
Okay.
Right. So I'm touching your glove. Now if I throw the right hand, it's not getting there.
Right.
So I've got to turn that foot, and I don't want to come forward. So I want
Right.
to turn. I want to turn the foot, and yes, it's power from the ground. That's where it's all
Okay.
being generated from.
Okay.
So the right hand, turn the foot, and the hand goes back. That's it. Nice. And what happens when I do demonstrate that? People tend to come up too high. It's just
Okay.
½ inch off the ground, just
a little
barely.
bit.
So
Okay.
we really can't even really see it. That's better. Nice. So then you put the two together. You're going to go jab, and then the right hand, straight down the middle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Very good. Very
So
good.
this is, so I mean, like on a first day when someone's coming in, this is kind of the.
Those are the
the
first
rundown
two
that they'll
punches
do?
I show, and then obviously the stance is number one. And then moving 2 feet together, like 2 feet instead of left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. You want 2 feet moving together. So
Okay, so if
just-
you're moving around, you're hopping.
yeah, you're not sort of hopping, but 2 feet are moving together. If my left foot moves, my right foot follows. If my right foot moves, my left foot follows. Right?
Okay.
Nice.
So that's kind of just.
nice.
Do
And then
you practice on the line first?
Yes, I always
So
just sort of stationary, and then the next move would be to push off the back foot, slide the front foot. It's kind of hard on this mat with runners, but slide the front foot, and the back foot follows with the jab. So you're going to jab and push off the front, push off the back
Oh,
at the
okay.
same time.
At the
So
same
push off
time.
the back. That's it. Again, and then we're just going to walk back, step back, step back. That's it. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Nice. Stepping back, stepping back, stepping back. Good. Now this is one I learned from the instructor when I took my level 17 years ago.
Okay.
It's a Cuban sort of style, and we'll just do it this way, facing each other.
Okay.
But instead of going right into the hooks, you get both toes facing, say, the mirror or each other in this case. And you're just going to copy what I do, but the hands are going to go up, and you're going to be the opposite, left hand. So when you throw the left hand, you're going to turn it so your thumb's up, but your left foot turns with it.
Okay, so I'm following you on the same.
Yeah, so you're going to go left
okay,
hand.
opposite.
So you ready? Go. Sit back. Go. Sit back. Go. Right, and now you go right side. So right side and thumb and foot turns. Nice. Nice. Now just simply put yourself back in that stance. That's it. So now turn that front foot with the left hand. Hook. Nice. Hook. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right hook. Right hook. Right hook. So now we can take it to a 4-punch combination.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're
Okay.
going to go slowly. You're going to go jab, turn the back foot with the right hand, left front. That's it. And right. Nice. So 4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And believe me, folks, we didn't do any of this warming up. That's good. That's very good. So you already do a 4-punch combination.
Okay.
So next would be just to get some movement. So we'll just kind of walk around, and,
All right.
and you're just going to keep that left foot facing me. You're jabbing. That's it. So that's a 1. A 1 again. That's it. 1, 2. That's it. Back foot turn. Good. 1, 2. Cutting the ring off. Nice. Jabbing. Jabbing. You're going to go 3. So you're going to go 1, 2, left hook. 1, 2, left. Nice. Keep that right hand up on the hook. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then throw 4 in behind it. So 4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Jabbing. Double jab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sean's got some skill. Nice. Jabbing. Double jab. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Since 1997, Brantford Black Eye Boxing Club has been the place where local youth could not only learn to box, but also focus on fitness, self-esteem, and self-confidence. As parents brought their kids to the club, they learned that boxing could also benefit their fitness levels. The club evolved to include adult classes for people looking to get fit, maintain their weight, and enjoy a workout. Some members never even set foot in the ring, but can equally enjoy the physical benefits of the sport of boxing. The club is nonprofit and operates through membership fees and community donations. The programs are designed for boys and girls 9 years and up, but as well as men and women of all ages, and provides an intense workout that achieves greater levels of strength, speed, hand-eye coordination, balance, self-confidence, and discipline. Regardless of fitness level, anyone can join the club and experience all those benefits for themselves. If interested in attending the club or providing a donation or sponsorship, you can visit them on Facebook or email uppercut@gmail.com. That's uppercut, just UPRCUT@gmail.com, or give Coach Jackie Armour a call at 519-732-7267.